Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well, keeping safe. Um, Happy to see so many familiar faces. Um, Keeping up with a lot of different activities on the Facebook Live. Thank you for participating. So this morning, before we show the poem, I would like to just do a little introduction. This poems that related with I, is a very important part of, I think, every spiritual tradition, every religion, I think every philosophy, every psychological knowledge. I think it's very universal, beyond boundaries of the culture, tradition, religion. Something that we all refer to, which very confusing. We don't know who that is. But then at the same time, every tradition, it's asking who is this I, who is our consciousness, what is our mind, and so on. It's a very universal. So I think it's good that it's very inclusive. And I guess that's one of the reason I'm more interested in addressing this issue, the sense of I, identity. So I personally been interested and did few poems, and then the last one that probably many of you are already familiar is the poem was about who am I, and who am I is also a fundamental question that when I was about 12, 13 years old, when I went first time to my teacher, that was the question my teacher asked me, who are you? Find yourself. I'm here to help you to find yourself. I'm here to give you self-introduction. So that was where my journey began. So, so that was the first poem, and I hope that and many of you have opportunity to listen. I think it's really, I have listened myself so many times, meditated with it, and I hope you do too. Today's poem it's kind of, in a way, it's the answer to that. Who am I? Today's poem is I am no one, which you will hear now. And so before we listen to the poem, I wanted to set a right mood to listening to the poem. So the right mood is to, first of all, of course, it's always the case that we all need to be here and now. That's the only way we can feel connection with each other. That's the only way we can stop judging each other and being aware of each other, connecting with each other, feeling each other, able to listen, able to hear, able to realize. That's the only way it's going to happen. So please just bring your full attention here and now. Then specifically bring your attention to what is that most challenging thing in your life this moment. I could say these days, these hours, these weeks, these months, these years. Of course, more you narrow it, the better. Not because you are able to relate directly to the door of the I, identity. So when you feel a strong sense of challenge, either it's deep wound, like deep anger, that it's there, you are acting out of it, you are feeling it, it's interfering your flow of life, it's interfering your a conversation with somebody, it's interfering your nice walk, it interfered your smile, it interfering your breath, it interfering your relationship with somebody, interfering your dreams. It's interfering all the time And sometimes when it's strong, you are aware of it. Sometimes when it's not strong, you think it's a normal to not smile, not normal to not laugh, normal to not be playful, normal to not be kind, normal to trying to not notice somebody's suffering. It's not a normal. We are getting used to the darkness of our own pain and getting used to sitting in that cloudy place. So it's not normal. So bring attention to that place. I'm not talking here philosophy, absolutely. You know, I'm not talking here to analyze. I'm not really even talking here to learn something new. I'm not asking so much to think. I'm not asking to learn new concepts, new names, new Buddhas, new theories, nothing. I'm simply saying bring your full attention to yourself, to this moment, and experiences that you are having in this moment in your life, that you are just having difficulties. So when you do that, you say, it's so painful, it is so confusing, it makes me so angry, I am so sick, I am so afraid, this situation is really bothers me, I am really mad at that person, or I don't know, I'm totally lost, I don't know what to do, I don't know who am I. These questions, confusions, conflicts, pain, wounds, these are beautiful experiences. They are like a door. They're a door to discovery of self. Only when we don't ignore them. So I'm inviting all of you to please join with this beautiful Cyber Sangha. We are all trying to do the same thing. We are not trying to learn new religion, new theories. We are trying to discover our old self, old soul. We are trying to understand ourselves, trying to discover ourselves. So bring your full attention to these feelings where you say I, very strong sense of I am in pain, I am suffering, I am lost, I am angry, I am sick. I. Just bring full awareness to that. And the poem will tell you, you are none of these. That's the poem is about. I am no one. I'm not my problem. I'm not my aging. I'm not my sickness. I'm not my death. I'm not my weakness. I'm not my conflict. I'm not these experiences, these problems. I'm not none of these. But I've been identifying with them all along until now. And because the only reason I'm continuously suffering, I'm in pain, I'm not growing, because I'm continuously identifying with this pain. So listening, connecting, meditating with this poem is to discover that you are none of these. And you are free from all of these. And feel that freedom. Feel that new you. Feel that new body. Feel that new breath. Feel that new heart. Feel that new energy, vitality. End of the meditation. So that's what we're trying to do. Okay? So I hope this makes sense. So sit comfortably, take deep breathing, whatever discomfort, effort that you feel this moment, just breathe it out, everything. And also feel that we are all Cyber Sangha together. We are all here to help each other, to self-realize, to go beyond these identities and self-realize. And from that realization of ourself, there is only one sense, oneness, and rest in that oneness and feel a little taste of that oneness, and then freedom of everything. Okay? So Milosh, please go ahead and play the poem. Yeah.
I am not anyone. Who are you? Who is he? I am no one. From early dawn to dusk to dark, I, me, mine, I as a great, good, high, the infinite centering of myself. All of this is not me. I am not anyone. I'm free from all I, beyond everything. Do you know me? I'm not anyone. Stuck on past sorrows, losing present joys. That isn't me. Pursuing future dreams, missing the wealth of now. That isn't me. I am not the painful, inseparable aggregates, the weariness of unspent karma, sadness appearing day by day, nor the inner critic. Do you recognize me? Hear me? Feel me? I am not anyone. The load of samsaric stuff isn't me, nor is the prison of dark ignorance. I am not a prisoner of wretched self-fixation, nor an egoistic, declining human life. Irreparable brokenheartedness isn't me, nor is the inconsolable anguish. Terminal physical disease or the charnel crops of life exhausted. Do you recognize me? I am not anyone. Do you hear me? Feel me? I am not anyone. Eyes that sees others' faults aren't me, nor is the blindness that misses my own qualities. Ears that hears social gossip, or deafness to my parents' heart advice. Eager to age when young, and now unhappily aged. I'm not that one. I'm also not the one happy with this lifetime who hates moving on to the next. I'm not someone who loses inner peace in searching for trouble externally, nor someone who loses the easy attainments in attachment to burdensome struggles. I'm not someone who loses current lifelong friends, chasing after temporary and unattainable love. Imagine knowing me. I'm no one. I'm not someone who loses his smile here and now in seeing death while living, nor someone who loses the path to later freedom in attachment to living while dying. I'm not anyone, not my countless rebirths, not my pressing aging, not my indeterminate aches and pains, not my certain demise. I'm free of birth, aging, sickness, and death. Do you know me? I am no one. I find my true nature when I don't try. I see myself when I don't look. I understand myself when I don't study. I realize myself when I don't think. When I settle naturally in myself, I am a body experiencing empty bliss. Eyes that gaze upon pure Buddha fields. Ears that hear the harmony of primal wisdom. A heart that feels true loving kindness. I am the uncontrived ground of primordial purity, the unblocked energy of spontaneous presence, the unobscure glow of luminosity, the method that self-liberates afflictions. the gateway to self-arising experience and realization. Do you recognize me? Hear me? Feel me? I'm here, near, right by your side.
Thank you. I hope you have a very peaceful meditation. How was it? Okay. So, my recommendation here is I really feel it's important to say that I encourage everybody to meditate on this poem, those you wanted to, at least once or twice a day, just basically the way we did. Uh, it's just very simple, bringing full attention to the present moment and bringing full awareness to what's going on, where activation of all pain identity, either it's pain body, pain speech, pain mind, whatever is activated, be aware of that, and then listen to the poem and trying to realize you're none of those conditions. And through the blessings of the poem, support of all enlightenment, the power of your own practice, feeling free from all those identity and the pain, and find some sense of deeper inner peace. And resting there 5, 10 minutes, 1 hour, couple of hours, whatever amount you're able to rest, just being and being familiar with that space where you are free from all those things. So that's my recommendation. Why it's important to do? Because I think one, it's just so simple, right? It's so personal. It's something, it's about you, it's about us, it's about what's happening in this moment. It is not projections, ideas, philosophies, religion, theories, conceptual mind. It is whatever the maximum awareness that we can bring to this moment and what's happening in this moment in our life, my life right now, that something is awakened, and to recognize it, it is giving you some message, showing you something, and you don't want to miss that opportunity, and just practice. So that's the suggestion. And also those all our Cyber Sangha member who are doing full moon practice. So just find a way to integrate poem with full moon, obviously you can, right? So this month is the month of the body, so you can see how much, yeah, just sickness or pain or blockages or exhaustion, lack of vitality, whatever you feel in your body. We have the challenges in our body, right, all the time. According to the Tibetan medicine, it believes that all the causes of sickness of the body is related to three root poisons, and all the three root poison is related to ignorance, and the ignorance means the pain identity. That's what it is. So in short, every sickness in the problem, everything in our body, it's directly related to the pain identity. I truly believe in that. The shift in the body, the healing in the body can happen, of course, through medicine, through many different healing techniques, for sure. Rituals, I believe in everything. But the core of everything, the most profound aspect of healing, more than any ritual, more than any drug, I think it's the self-realization. The discovering. Of course, when we say self-realization, we're talking about self-realization, but before self-realization, in a way, realization of our pain identity. That even every single day, I mean, just look at one single day. You wake up in the morning with so much space, so much awareness, so much positive look out in the world. You feel good. You look out in the world. You see good things. You meet people. You are able to see them, feel them. You are able to see somebody's pain and have a compassion. You are able to see somebody's pain and able to accept. You are able to see somebody's pain, even somebody's difficult to you. You're able to feel it and accommodate, and just instead of yelling it back and saying something wrong, bad, reacting negative with negativities, we just say some light, some gift of some awareness, gift of some space we are able to give. And when we are able to do that, that means we are not totally identifying with our pain identity, pain body. And when we go able to stay in that mood for rest of the day, wonderful night you have. You just feel you just feel good sleep, very restful sleep. You feel restful sleep. You feel good day. Not because you took a drug or you took, I don't know, but you are feeling free from your pain identity that day, that morning, that hour, that minutes. And body is beginning to heal. Body is beginning to breathe. Body is beginning to create new cells, new space, new cells, generating new energy. Is beginning to communicate with every cell, spreading the joy, dancing with joy. It's like when the awareness comes back home, every single cell is laughing and dancing in your body. Like a loving mother comes back home after a long time, every children is happy, smiling, jumping. If that happens, healing is happening in our body. Healing growth is happening in the children's. So it's simple, what I'm saying here, and I hope that we can all apply. In some sense, it's a question of identity, just sometimes trying to be no one. We are always fighting to be someone, right? We are always fighting to be someone, like from early dawn to dusk to dark, I, me, mine, I as a great, good, high, the infinite centering of myself, infinite centering of myself. So many eyes, exhausting, high maintenance, draining energy. And then so many eyes out in the world there who is also doing the same thing. So many lost eyes fighting with each other and draining others who are not lost yet, causing them to get lost. This is the world we live in. We don't need to contribute more of these eyes. So sometimes sense of letting go, I think it's important, whatever that particular moment in the situation, letting go something, Being aware of your pain is a victory. Being aware of yourself is a victory. Letting somebody win is a victory. Not losing anything while giving something to someone is a victory. Even feeling a gain of realization by letting go, letting someone win, letting someone be happy, letting someone feel full, letting someone smile of victory. It's a joy. And particularly loved ones. Why we have to win from loved ones? Why you have to win from your child? It was in the Western world. One time somebody said to me, "Oh, children, when they're growing up, they're trying to compete with you, competition with you, and it's sometimes challenging." I said, "What's the challenging about it?" When my son says, of course they say things like, "You don't know anything. You're dumb. And I'm better than you. I know more than you." That's what they say, right? Then of course, my response to him is, yes, you're better than me. You're greater than me. You're more handsome than me, and you're smarter than me. And that's all I wish. I wish you are smart. You're wonderful. You're great. That's what my wish, that's what the father's wish is, to give everything to the child. Better, not only just better than me. I want you to be better than me for sure. And I don't have any problem with that. Smarter than me, yes. I do not have any problem with that. That's my joy. So of course, when it comes to the child, when it comes to your wife, husband, family, friends, you can feel those things. But we need to feel those things similar to strangers too. And of course, eventually we need to feel those things with our so-called enemies. Destroying someone's life is not a victory. Not allowing someone to destroy your life because they are so angry at you, that is a strength. And able to give something back, some understanding, some empathy, some realization back to these people who are angry at you, that's a victory, that's a success. So they realize how they can change by giving them space, by giving them warmth. Then they realize that. That's a strength, that's a gift, that's a victory. So I hope that you all able to use this poem. Simply read it, listen to it, and thanks to all our translators, and thanks to our Cyber Sangha team. We have 14 languages, translation in 14 languages, and I'm sure the Mariella is going to put all the languages down there, so the access, and also the video is on YouTube, Lingmicha International Channel. It's a public, it's a free. You can, at 3 in the morning, if somebody is waking you up, not allowing you for you to follow sleep, one single thought is waking you up, and just get up and listen to it and say to yourself, this thought is not me, this fear is not me, this anxiety is not me. And listen to the poem, you go back to sleep. I will show you'll have much better sleep than not being aware of it. So some people ask me why, in the poem when I write Abbaba, Tenzin Wangyal, and people wondering what that Abbaba is, even some Tibetan friends ask me, every time I wrote some poem and I write Abbaba, and people say, what is that Abbaba? So I just wanted to say a few words about it. I love this, of course, it's my attachment. Once again, I love, that you can see there's an I who's loving that title, a word. The reason is that when Singye was, I don't know, when he could say something, like, that was his first word, as he calls me Abbaba. And he calls his mother Amama. So until today, he's 15, so he still calls me Abbaba and Amama. Abbaba, Amama, Abbaba, Amama. So we just joked to him saying, you should call us, when you wanted to call together, Abbama. Like Obama, Abba, and Ama, Abbama. So he calls that, I don't know, but however it comes, I don't know, the development situations, that he just calls as out of love. And sometimes we have a family friends, some other kids, they start to call me Abbaba, and some relatives and so on. Singye said, no, I don't want anybody to call you Abbaba. It's just only my Abbaba. Of course, he's getting an attachment to that too. So I use that word Abbaba more on my poem. And in fact, the truth is that if somebody chooses to ask me what you would prefer to be called, I would prefer to be called Abbaba than Lama Tenzin Wangyal, Geshe, Lama, Rinpoche. I don't care any of these titles. I would rather prefer to be called Abbaba. Just one simple word, Abbaba. So now on, and anybody just wanted to call me Abbaba, welcome then. Like, Singye calls me. And but of course, I'm not saying criticizing all the titles, the status. I'm not saying that, because every conventional reality has purpose, meaning, power. It has that, and I acknowledge that. But personally, I love to be called Abbaba. So with that short note, so I'm going to just close today, and so these videos will be available for everybody. Enjoy, everybody, and we spend so many hours writing, correcting, translating, creating video, different translations in different language. It seems very short, but hundreds of hours went into it, and it's a gift for all of you, from all of us. Thank you.